hello everyone. We are the team Innovators. Let me introduce you all to my team. Myself, Kunal Jain. I have with me Shreya Shirbhate and Pratiksha Mahajan. First of all, I take this platform to thank RP Hackathon team for giving us the opportunity where we can endorse our idea into practical form. In India, nearly 2 million people die due to heart attack every year, and one death out of four is due to heart attack. And the main reason being is the lack of medical devices and awareness at the right time. More than 6 lakh villages are there in our country, but not every village has got the proper medical services. Recent example, as sir has already mentioned, of a heart attack due of Shane Warne, who might have thought that a fit sports person would have died due to heart attack at the age of 52. And not just only this case, there are many such incidents where death is due to preventable cause, but due to the lack of some resources, we might lose a person. So, thinking of an idea, we came across this use case, which we are going to show to you. Heart Diagnostic Assistant app, which will help in saving many lives and can be used anywhere by anyone and at any time. We can also say without the help of a doctor, also a patient can find if he or she is diagnosed with heart disease or not. We are here on a global mission where in coming times, no one should die of a preventable undiagnosed heart attack. So to start with the objective, we are using the technology to aid in the preventive check to predict heart disease possibility effectively and accurately. This also provide a free and effective mechanism to help both the patient and doctor for a quicker heart disease detection. It also reduces the bottlenecks in the ecosystem by helping get the right prediction as soon as possible. There are some risk factors to human cardiovascular diseases. The National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute highlight a wider array of factors such as age, blood pressure, cholesterol level, lifestyle habit, and other medical conditions, etc. So to that we are using here in our solution, all these factors are captured to predict and give the result to the end user. Also, we have consulted one of the doctor, Dr. Yash Jain, and came across the problem faced by the doctor and also by the patient related to these diseases. Now coming to as is diagram, as according to as is diagram, we can see the primitive way where a patient has to find a specialist doctor for the disease and has to wait for the appointment. Then doctor suggests some of the test and then wait for the report. And after all this process is completed, doctor prescribes the treatment. But to reduce the amount of time, we have came with a solution where a patient can diagnose his heart disease using his laptop or a smartphone also. In this system, machine learning plays an essential and a precise role in the prediction of a heart disease. So in our system, we have provided the type where a patient can enter all his details asked in the app and can predict if he or she is diagnosed with heart disease or not in the fraction of seconds. For further, I hand over it to Pratiksha.
Thanks, Kunal.
So, sorry to interrupt you, Pratisha.
Yep.
Please feel free to stop us in case if you have any questions for us. We will be happy to answer them.
Okay.
So
Thanks,
go ahead,
Yash.
Pratisha.
We have built a process of heart disease prediction in which we have used certain technologies like you can see UIPath Studio, UIPath app, WhatsApp app integration, UIPath orchestrator, and AI Center. So let's quickly jump to the demo. So this is the look and feel of our app. So we have built three applications. First is for single patient, second is for multiple patient, and third is a WhatsApp app integration app. So the single patient app, the first application is a single patient app in which a person can check his or her heart disease prediction simply by selecting the option from the drop down. Second is for multiple patient, in which if a person wants to check the family members data, or if a doctor wants to check the bulk amount of data of his patient, so this multiple patient app came to the picture. So let's start with the single patient app. So as you can see, there are some parameters which is considerable for the heart disease prediction, like blood pressure. If you have normal blood pressure or high blood pressure, your cholesterol, your body mass index are some important parameter, like stroke, physical activity, your mental status, if you have serious difficulty walking, your age criteria, fruit. Let me select all criteria one by one. if your smoking criteria, cholesterol, diabetic, alcohol consumption. As you can see, the submit button is disabled. Let me select all parameter. After selecting all parameter, the submit button get enabled. Let me click on submit. The process is gets starting. The bot will take approximately 30 seconds to complete this process. So
Just to
let
add, yeah,
yep.
1 second. Just to add to it, like we are taking the input from user and these inputs are going to the ML model and which will predict the patient has a heart disease or not. As you can
Yes.
see on the screen, the patient has predicted as he is not having the heart disease on the right bottom. Yeah, go ahead.
See, this is the output. The heart disease probability is no. So this is for the single patient. If a person wants to check the bulk amount of patient's data, so this is the multiple patient app. So first we have to provide our email ID. Let me provide it. Okay. Okay. This is the file template. Let me click on download template. This is the template that we have provided. Let me click go to the template. So you have to provide the patient name on first column, and this is the input that is in the form of 0 and 1. For make it more feasible, we have to provide the description. See, for 0 there is normal, for 1 there is high. So you have to just input over here and just import your template here. So let me import one template, that is the Excel file having the 5 patients data, and the output should be in the last column, that is a U column. So let me upload it. It will take some time for the uploading. So you can see the output in your mailbox, or you can export the output file from here also. In our mailbox, we have provided some link for the online doctor consultation. So let's check what will be the output. Let me go through the email.
I think you have entered the wrong email ID. You can check it in the sent items. Go to the sent items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
this is the output. Let me open it. Okay. You can see the patient's name and output is yes, no, yes, no. Okay. And we have also provided some online doctor consultation link, and also provided for more details information about the heart disease. So this is all about the multiple app. So let's go through the third app, that is a WhatsApp app integration. I will hand it over to Shresh for the further demo.
Yeah, thanks, Pratiksha. I hope my voice is loud and clear.
Yep.
So while developing the UiPath app, so we came into an idea that we can make it even more easier for the user, which are from the non-technical background, or they can be from the rural area as well. So as you can see nowadays, everyone has access to smartphone and WhatsApp, so they can use WhatsApp and just take the prediction from the bot. The way Pratiksha was taking the input from browser app, I will be taking the input from WhatsApp, and we can predict the patient has the heart disease or not. So let me quickly share my screen. So as of now, you can see on my screen, there are no unread messages, and my teammate will send hi to the bot. Kunal, can you please?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. As of you can see, he has sent hi message. Let me run my bot. I will run it with the help of UiPath Assistant. The job has been started. So once the bot sees the unread messages, he will send a template to the user stating that he needs the input from the user in a particular format. think the job is not started. Yeah, now it has started. So you can see he has opened the WhatsApp app. He will click on onto the unread message. So he will send a predefined template. And now he will wait for the response from the user. Once the bot receives the response from the user, it will send the response to ML model and it will detect if he has the heart disease or not. Now it will predict and send. Yeah, as of now, you can see he has predicted that the person is having the risk of heart disease and he has recommended to visit the nearest doctor. So for the conclusion part, I will hand it over to the Kunal.
Thanks, Yash. We hope that you have got a fair idea of our solution via this demo. To summarize this demo, I would just like to add the heart diagnosis plays an important role in every human being life. And if at the right time any disease is predicted, then it can be cured and treated with ease. So this was the basic idea for our use case that in upcoming time, no one should die due to the preventable undiagnosed heart attack. Thus, we can see that by using UiPath application and WhatsApp, it can help us aid in the detection of heart disease easily. I hope that this initiative can be implemented to save the human lives, extending the UiPath tagline, bot for every person, bot for every life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kunal, for this awesome presentation. Now, since you have mentioned a tagline here, right, from UiPath, I would let Steve respond to that before anyone else. Steve, over to you.
Tagline, bought for every person, bought for every life. That is that's an extension of the UiPath vision, right? So it's a bot on every desktop. Yeah, no, I thought this was a very nice use case here, very, very applicable. Could help people understand, their personal circumstances, and as you said, prevent heart problems, or at least deal with heart problems sooner. I mean, often we talk, what we do is important, but we're not saving lives. But this one actually might be saving lives here. I thought you guys did a very nice job. I think what I'd be curious about is, a lot of the assessment was relying upon people filling out questions. The question is, are there other data sources that we could automatically integrate for people if they gave permission? I know my watch has a heart monitor on it that every so often tells me what's going on. So I don't know, what was your thought about making this even easier to use by trying to consume data that, personal data on the individual, and integrating into your approach here?
So as of
so
now,
much, Steve, for that. Yeah, sorry, respond back, Shears, sorry.
Yeah. So as of now, like what we have thought, like we will get the data from doctors and patients, and we will again feed that data back to our ML model. And after like retraining the ML model, it will get day by day smarter. So that's the way we are planning.
It's wonderful. Well, you guys did a great job. Very, very helpful automation that I think could be very valuable for a lot of folks. You should all be very happy with this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Nidhi, Vavesh, questions from your side?
I'll let Nidhi go. Nidhi, go ahead.
Thanks, Bhavesh. Yes, I have a couple of questions. So on the technical part, I would like to know what is the ML model that you have used?
So yeah, we have used the tabular data format for the ML, and we have like taken the data from the Kaggle as the predefined data model, and we are like retraining that data by each and every run.
Okay. So I could see you have used AI Center, right, in the presentation?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, yeah. So exactly. My point is like any specific ML model that you have used? I could understand that you've used the training data set, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, yes. So I would like to know the ML model that you're using, the parameters that you've specified in the form, right?
Yeah.
I guess the smoking, the eating habits, the walking habits, right? All of these. So how do you come to know that these are the parameters that will be going to your ML model and how it has been trained? I would like to know a little bit from the technical point of view.
Yeah, so we got a data set from the Kaggle and we consulted to the doctor, like we shown him these are the parameters which we are taking for the to feed the ML model. And he was like, yeah, these are the parameters you should be using. So we use that there is a model called you can use the multiple input and it will return you the single output in the forms of 1 and 0. So that tabular data format we have used.
Okay. So you're saying these parameters are coming from any of the recommended doctors, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's great then. And yes, is this model like could be self-trained from the previous data? Because if there's a patient who is actually giving the information you at the very first time and it revisits your app from the second time, or is there a, you can say there's a live tracking where you can actually see the previous records and proactively tell that person that your habits are giving you some kind of warning and you
Yeah.
are probable to be in the, I would say, the red zone. So is this intelligent enough, or is it like you would be taking up at the real time and just giving the output that time?
Yeah, so we have not make it that to the that level, but we can make it like we can have the sentiment analysis and we can predict if he is having in a red zone or like if he is okay.
Okay. And yes, I could see that you have used the WhatsApp integration in terms of the UI
Yeah.
automation. Why not from the backend you are doing it? Because if the WhatsApp has to be automated on the UI based, it means the UiPath should be installed on the same machine, right? So how could someone
Yeah.
from the rural area would have the same, I would say, the platforms on the machine? So why not the backend automation?
So user don't need that WhatsApp code running on his or her machine, right? He will just send a message to the bot, and our bot will be on like predefined VM, which we can schedule it like every 30 minutes.
I could not get that. So suppose I have a phone in my hand and I send a hi.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So how would the bot respond?
Yeah, he will respond you that he will send you the predefined template. Yeah, and you need to modify the template. You will be entering the values if you smoke, if you are a vegetarian or non-vegetarian. Once you feedback that input to the bot, and he will feed that input data to the ML model, and he will predict if you have heart disease or not.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's all from my end. Thank you so much and a great presentation.
Thank you, Nidhi.
Awesome. A quick feedback from my end. I think Steve and Nidhi covered most of it. So again, definitely a challenging use case, I would say. The area is definitely a challenging one. I think you focused quite a bit on your data capture side of it, right? When you talked about like single patient, multi-patient, WhatsApp. I think a lot of the focus, what you're able to show there. And then you switched over to kind of the output angle, but in your presentation, I thought that the piece which I think Nidhi was also curious about is like the whole ML model, which you guys skipped. So I would have liked to see a little bit more insight into how you use AI Center, some of the models behind that, right? Some of the depth might have been pretty interesting for us to know. So something for you to consider in the future. The question I have is, again, it's a great initial basic use case right now. Do you have any thoughts of what else can be done to make this more lucrative, more interesting? Like again, smoking, non-smoking, drinking, non-drinking, a couple of these are very basic, simple ones. Do you have any thoughts of how you're going to integrate that? Any thoughts of enhancing this further?
Yeah, we can.
If you have time available, of course.
Yeah, we can make it even more robust. Like Nidhi said, we can show the sentiment analysis. Like if the person has improved his lifestyle or not, we can do that as well. And as
Okay.
you talk about, as you talk about the single and multiple apps, so we kept it like even more easier for the user. Like it's not, we can take the input from like email, text message, WhatsApp, wherever from we can get it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Great work,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you, Kunal.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shreyesh. And thank you, your team, for this wonderful presentation. Again, I hope you win, right? All the best. Stay back for
Yeah.
rest of the night. And thank you so much.